Let's go over the Borda count method. Here we have a preference schedule. For example, we have 20 people that voted B in first place, A in second place, D in third place, and C in fourth place. Now what the Borda count method does is it accounts for every vote, including first, second, third, and fourth choice. This is how it does it. So at the bottom, the fourth choice, typically, unless it's a modified Borda count method, this is worth 1 point. Third place, 2 points. Second place, 3 points. And first place, 4 points. If you start at the very bottom and assign that 1 point and then just move up, you should get to the top being worth as many points as there are choices. Hope that makes sense. Okay, now, there are two basic approaches that I see students use. One is to go by columns, and one is to go by rows. So I'm going to first show you the columns method for candidate A and B. Then I'll show you the rows method for candidate C and D. And then we'll be able to figure out who wins by the Borda count method. So for candidate A, we go through by columns, accounting for each person's vote. So for candidate A, we have the 10 votes, and they're all having A in third choice, which is worth 2 points each. We move on to the next column. Plus, those 19 votes are each worth, for candidate A, 4 points each, since they're first place votes. Similarly, for the 20 votes, they're worth 3 points each. The 15 votes are worth 1 point each. And finally, the 7 votes are worth 3 points each. So working this out with the column approach, you'll notice that the numbers at the top of the column representing how many votes typically are placed first in the accounting for how many points that candidate gets. So we have 20 plus 36, now I'm just multiplying these together, plus 60 plus 15 plus 21, and that ended up being 192 points. Now these aren't votes, these are points. That's candidate A. The nice thing about going column-wise is you can set up the main process. Like for candidate B, there's still 10 people that voted somehow with candidate B, in this case fourth choice, etc. So you could have the 10 votes times how many they're worth, the 19 votes times how many they're worth, the 20 votes, the 15 votes, the 7 votes, etc. And fill this out for each candidate, because they'll all have these votes. They're just worth different numbers of points. So let's see. Taking a look, candidate B, in our first column, they're only worth 1 point each. In our second column, candidate B is worth 2 points each. In our third column, the 20, candidate B is worth 4 points. In our 15s column, 15 people, candidate B is worth 2 points. And finally, in our 7 votes column, candidate B is 2 points. And we add those up, and you get a total of 172 points. So this is one way you can account for the points, is by going from column to column. Now for candidates C and D, let me demonstrate that you can go by rows. So I would go by the first row. These votes are worth 4 points each. So I would write it 4 points. How many total votes did candidate C get in that first row? Right there. So 4 points C, 15 people. Now we go to the third 3 points column. Row. Next row. We have a total, we have 2 people. We have 2 columns that have C in the 3 points position. So we have a total of 29. You can write it 29 or you can write it 10 plus 19, your choice. We go on to the next row. Each of these are worth 2 points. And notice there are no C's anywhere in there. They didn't get any 2-point third choice votes. And finally, the last column, these are only worth 1 point. 1 point. And there are 20 and 7 total C votes in the fourth choice row. So that would be 27. Now on your calculator, this would just look like 4 times 15 plus, if you do it with the parentheses like I have here, it would be 3 parentheses 10 plus 19 plus, that one's 0. You could write 2 times 0 if you'd like. It doesn't mess it up. And 1 times 27, etc. We end up with the C candidate getting 174 votes. Not votes, I said votes, points. Okay, so for column D, if you're doing the row, and this one makes the most sense, your first is accounting for like how many votes were worth 4 points each, then 3 points, then 2 points, then 1 point. So again, you can set up the structure before you do any analysis. All right, for D, first choice votes, we have 10 and 7, 17. For second choice, worth 3 points each, we have 15 votes. For third choice, 2 points each, we have 20 votes. And finally, for fourth choice, 1 point each, we have 19 votes. Using your calculator, you get 172 points total. Okay, we take a look at the points. The largest number of points gets you the winner. Candidate with the most points is A. The winner by a Borda count. This method has the most algebra, arithmetic basically involved, and so you sometimes find that you are Borda counting by the end of it. So that might be a nice way to remember. The Borda count is the one with all the counting involved. All right, I hope this makes sense. Next up, pause the video while you work one out yourself. So, what you should get: A, 72 points, B, 68 points, C, 86 points, and D with 64 points, and therefore the winner is C. All right, hope this makes sense.